Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to one of your favorite streams every Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Our Liverpool show, where we're here to talk about all things LFC, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to all of you guys. Please do hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you guys right here, right now, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Keep getting stuck in the chat. Keep getting involved and keep letting us know your opinions. Joining me first and foremost, my partner in crime, man like Matt, is in the building. How are you doing, Matt?
I'm good, you know, bro. You blessed?
Yes, I'm good, brother.
We got the chat as well each and every time. You know what time is? It's Tuesday. Smash that like button if you haven't already. You know it is, people. And subscribe as well. Come on.
Facts.
Oh, what a rainy day. Look at Matthew on his new bike. Matthew, what you want? Blood slap, Matthew. Oh, God. Matthew, you all right?
Anyway, speaking of bikes crashing, you get me?
Man.
This guy, it's currently 1:24 p.m., so he shouldn't be as crazy as usual. He's the replacement for Callum today because it's Callum's birthday. He turned 52 today. Big up Callum. Happy birthday to Callum. He's 51 years old. Man like Jamie is in the building. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, guys. You all right?
What's going on, Jay?
Yeah, I'm
It's
good,
too
man.
early, Jamie, huh?
I'm here. I'm here to ruin another show. That's what I'm here today.
Oh, already?
Well,
Already.
the chat hate me, so I'm here for it.
No, the chat don't hate you.
Because I was right about Szoboszlai. But there you go.
Pick up. And last but not least, of course, the man with the worst opinions on this platform. How you doing, Tom? You're on mute. See?
Everyone gets dead nice intros and I get that. I see how it is.
The thing that always makes me laugh with you is you act shocked. You know, like that's just not how we just treat you all the time. It's just nothing new. You get me?
Plus, you was on mute. At least you didn't get the video, bro. I got a video.
I'm not.
tonight.
No, we understand. I'm not professional. We
I
understand that I'm not the professional one.
Normally,
Only
your
on
mic.
everyone.
Normally, you haven't connected to your mic or you're on mute. One of the two.
There's a video if you want to play.
Hugo Ekitike's done it for half a season, and yet people are all over him.
So it's just yeah, we can bring up these type of things. You see Ekitike yesterday. That's why Tom, when me and you spoke, we spoke about the fundamentals of football. That's exactly why. Bye.
Facts. Tell him again, bro.
We'll speak about this another time. Anyway,
It's
big up
funny
to all
that
of
we
you
go
guys.
for that when
There's already
that whole
650
thing.
people in the building. We haven't even started the show yet. Stop being a fraud and hit the like button right now. Every single one of you. You guys know how this show gets. I don't want to keep interrupting to say like and subscribe. So just please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Let's talk about the Sesko Isak situation. And I'll start with you, Matt. What do you think is going to happen with this Sesko Isak situation?
Well, as we were about to go live, news just broke. Breaking news: Manchester United have sent an official bid, concrete intentions to Leipzig following Newcastle's 90 million euro bid. So Man United's bid is believed to be 85 million euros. Sources at Man United believe Sesko is keen on the move and decided to proceed with official bid. Newcastle and United waiting for his formal decision. What that tells me, in my opinion, is that I think he's now going to Man United. Newcastle, again, have fumbled another striker. When I say to you, I needed Newcastle just to do one thing. Just do one thing. Just sign a striker. You fumbled again. You had all this time to get Sesko done. How about this? Instead of going for Ekitike, why didn't they go for Sesko to begin with? You're just wasting time. Now, all I'm going to say is this. If he does go to Man United, which I think he will do, I don't think it's over for Isak. It just makes that process a lot more long-winded process now. Because now they got to go and get a striker. They're going to have to try and pivot.
Like it hasn't been long-winded already.
Yeah, no, for real, Tom. They're probably going to try and go and get Watkins or maybe even a Jackson. I don't know. But it's like, bro, man, just... If you're a Newcastle fan, all jokes aside, take away the Isak situation. This must be alarming for your club. Because what this kind of shows all your other players that you have, like a Tonali and a Bruno Gomes and whatever. Where is that pool that you guys should really have? You have the richest owners in football. I understand you can't act like the richest because of the money that you actually generate. So you do struggle to actually spend that money. But this is nowhere near a good look for Newcastle. You brought in one player. You're in the Champions League, and let's just say, for argument's sake, the argument that people don't want to hear what me and Tom was saying. Let's just say Isak stays. You're gonna have a disgruntled Isak. You're gonna have one striker, no backup. Isak's gonna be feeling like, why are we even in the Champions League? Because it's just me. I've got Anthony Gordon and Elanga, and that's it. That's not good enough if you're a Newcastle fan. So I'm actually saying, from a genuine football perspective, Newcastle should be doing a lot better than getting, rejected by every single striker that they seem to appear to go for. It is really bad. In terms of the Isak situation, though, bro, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. If Sesko would have signed for Newcastle, I do think it would have made the situation just way easier. And I think, like you said, Hassam, you predicted, I think, on Friday that Isak would be a Liverpool player. I think if Sesko would have signed for Newcastle, I agree with you, but I don't think that's going to happen now. I think it's going to drag on now.
Yeah. I think the thing is for me with this whole situation is, look, like I said, I don't think, look, Sesko joining Newcastle is not the be all and end all for the Isak to Liverpool move. It's just not, right? So even if Sesko doesn't move to Newcastle, that doesn't mean that Isak is not joining Liverpool. I think Sesko moving to Newcastle just makes our life a lot easier and quicker. That's all. That's the thing for me. So for me, look, Newcastle have just been absolutely fumbling from the beginning. Like that's the thing. Like from the start of this whole thing, they've been fumbling. With Joao Pedro, Liam Delap, so many strikers that they have fumbled. You get me? So yeah, I think this just makes our life a bit more difficult. But I think eventually still Isak will be a Liverpool player regardless. Like that's why I'm talking about the timing thing. Sesko joining Newcastle would have just made our life easier and quicker. That way we could have got this Isak thing over the line immediately, and we would have just had no problems with it. The problem is right now is obviously with Sesko going to Man United, if it does happen, because look, we have to remember the messages from all journalists is Sesko still hasn't made his decision. So that it's not, we can't rule out the fact that he could choose to go to Newcastle. You get me? Like we can't rule that out right there because he could still go like, I want to join Newcastle. So for me, it just makes our life a bit easier, because now we're gonna have to wait for Newcastle to start negotiations again on the Ollie Watkins situation. Maybe get Ollie Watkins as the replacement. It doesn't matter if you rate Ollie Watkins or not.
Watkins won't be
someone that they want. And I actually watched Craig Hope's video today and yesterday, where he uploaded on YouTube. I watched the whole video. He's adamant that they get Wissa. So the backup is there. You get me? So now it's just about who the starter is. So for me, if Sesko chooses Newcastle, this is what's gonna happen. If Sesko chooses Newcastle, we get Isak real quick, problem solved, everyone's happy. If Sesko chooses Manchester United, now Newcastle are gonna have to start new negotiations with Aston Villa for Ollie Watkins and etc. 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 So it's kind of a different, like we have to wait a bit more type thing.
It won't be Ollie Watkins that they get to replace Isak. I think Craig Hope himself said they're looking at a younger one for Isak replacement.
I'm going to correct you quickly. Craig Hope literally said they could go for Watkins because what Newcastle might try and do is go bring in Watkins as the replacement. It's not the long-term replacement, but it'll buy them time for them to go again, maybe in another couple of years. They feel like if they were to get Ollie Watkins as their main striker, Newcastle might do that and then go and get a younger striker 2 years later down the line or 3 years later. Because he goes, it's not ideal, but that's something that Newcastle might have to do because what they don't want to do is just pay for anybody right now because they've obviously got their targets. So that's why this person in the chat, I'm not even trying to draw you out. This Himothy guy said, he goes, Watkins is not a replacement. Craig Hope literally said Watkins could be seen as a replacement because, again, it'll be a short-term replacement. But long-term, no, it's not. But down the line, they will sort that out because they still need strikers. They need to go into the Champions League with still someone that can bag a good amount of goals. So,
look, at this moment in time, Man United have not offered more money than Newcastle right now for Sesko. So I don't know if the deal even gets accepted yet from a Leipzig point of view. Because I believe Newcastle put a 90 million euro bid in and Man United is 85 million euros. Mm-hmm. So Leipzig is still going to go.
United's structure is much better because, Newcastle structure is much better because they're offering all a guaranteed fee up front.
Yeah.
Manchester United spent 4 fucking weeks negotiating over fucking Brian Mbeumo. There's no way they can sit there and pay 80 million quid up front right now.
But it's about the player. It's the player will always determine more times than not where he's going to go. So even though you're right, the structure I think does suit better for Newcastle. And Newcastle have actually put more money on the table as well. It's more about the player. You can't force the player to accept that move. This is why, in my opinion, I hate to say it, it does look like he's going United. Because why would Man United waited to see what Newcastle were going to do? They waited to the last moment on going, if we feel like we've convinced the player, we're going to put in the bid that we feel that they will accept, because it's 5 million euros more than Newcastle's first bid.
Yeah, and apparently Ornstein has said that RB Leipzig have not responded to Man United's offer.
Okay, so it's ongoing.
So so we can clarify for the
chat,
Man United's offer is 75 million euros plus 10. What's Newcastle's offer?
80 plus 10.
80 plus 10. Yes,
I believe it was 70 million guaranteed, wasn't it?
No, it's 80 million.
80 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
80 million
so Newcastle's so the difference is Newcastle's package is 80 million euros guaranteed and 10 million add-ons. But the big thing for Newcastle is they're offering all of the 80 million quid right here and now. One payment. Just there's your 80 million.
Because they know they're about to get a shitload.
Because they're about to get how much for Isak.
Yeah.
So they're going, look, we can do that. That's where, to me, if the whole thing, and he's been a dickhead with this whole, I'll pick both of them. If that's his genuine thing where he doesn't mind where he goes out the two of them, he goes Newcastle, because Manchester United cannot offer better terms than Newcastle, because Newcastle will get 150 million quid offers. So they can go for a mega offer. The problem is if he sits there and goes, no, I only want Manchester United.
Yeah.
Even then, no. Newcastle do have alternatives. The list is running out. They have went through so many players and failed to get so many of them. The list is now short, but there are still alternatives. For me, I think that they pivot next probably to Gonzalo Ramos from PSG. And
yeah, that's
if
what Craig Hope said as well.
And if not him, then they look at Nicholas Jackson. I do think that I know he said that Craig Hope said it's not impossible, but I do highly doubt that they go for Watkins at this point, because that just starts another merry-go-round, because Aston Villa don't have another striker. So then it'd be a case of, right, well, we've got to wait for Aston Villa to get their striker in. Then that means that once they get their striker in, Watkins can go, but then Watkins got to agree to the move. And then once Watkins go, with Ramos, it's very simple. He's 5th choice at PSG. They'll sell him. They've got 4 guys left. They can take their time getting the replacements in. Nicholas Jackson, he's the 3rd choice striker. They can just get him. And Chelsea aren't going to sit there and go, wait, you got to wait for us to find out his replacement and then do all that. That's why I'm thinking and hoping it'll be a pivot onto them too. For me, though, it's a case of, look, if Sesko decides what he's decided, it's done. We need him to move on. Isak has his heart set, and we're not going to move away. I would kind of just like us, though, to put in an actual serious bid and try and force the Random to accept it.
There's no point. They will not accept unless they get a... Here's the thing. I understand you kind of want to... because we've seen that door slightly open. So you just want to put your hand in and force it wide open, the door, yeah? The problem is, though, is that I just don't see that door moving unless Newcastle gets a striker. So, like, that's why Liverpool aren't doing the whole back and forth. You see, it was very different with Florian Wirtz. Wirtz, they were always going to sell. They always knew that they were going to sell to us as well, or Bayern Munich. So they were very open to negotiating. Newcastle are being forced to negotiate. There's the difference. They weren't planning this. Wirtz was kind of planned. And not only that, I'm just reading Craig Hope's tweet now. He put, and so Man United make their move. I suspect it could be the case. Offer said to be slightly less than Newcastle's package, but Benjamin Sesko wishes will ultimately determine his future. Either way, a resolution is sought today from Newcastle's perspective. So I think if Newcastle don't get a response today, they walk away. And this is why I feel like Sesko's already chosen United. When Newcastle put in that bid, I think yesterday, Sesko would have obviously said to Leipzig, you need to accept that bid. I want to go Newcastle. The fact that they've done the whole delay thing, that's a tactic from the agent to give Man United time to go and make their bid.
They want to bid him more, don't they? They want to bid him more, don't they?
I'm not only that, I think Sesko has probably gone, I want to go United. Let me see what they can do. If they can't make that bid, then cool. It's a bit like, I hate to say it, I don't want to be disrespectful to our own fan base. Not disrespectful, but you see the whole Caicedo thing? We made that bid, and then Chelsea basically said, just wait, give us a bit of time. I know Liverpool won the bidding war, but give us time. We can match that bid. We can outmatch that bid or whatever. And look what happened. I feel like it's the same thing.
Do you know what? It's all. So I'm not too concerned about the Isak stuff right now, because what this all tells me is that yesterday, was it yesterday when Isak turned up for training all on his own and no one else was there?
Yeah.
I believe yesterday it was a sit down meeting and he literally just told Newcastle face to face yesterday that I want to leave. And after that meeting, Newcastle went massive on Sesko. It's not a shock. Like they went massive on Sesko as soon as that meeting happened and realised we need to go big. And that's why I think they put so much guaranteed money up for Sesko, because they feel like they're going to get the money back for Isak anyway in a few weeks' time. And now I'm reading Craig Hope is saying basically if they can't get Sesko, they go for Ramos at PSG, and they've still got names on the list that they will go to. So I think Isak has basically gone into Newcastle and told them, I want to leave. I want to go. Thank you for everything. But
did you see even the training story yesterday where they're like, oh, he left training.
3-hour massage. Yeah,
3-hour
massage. It was a meeting because the Sesko news came out straight away and they went big on it. So I'll
tell you what, they're doing a lot of treatment for an injury that doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we know the story. He just wants out. He's gone there.
Yeah, that's why I'm going full circle with this. Let me just grab these two guys. We have 1,800 people in here. We're not even at 500 likes yet. We're talking about Sesko, and you guys' conversion rate is more like Rasmus Højlund. So close the live chat, hit the like button, continue to enjoy the show. Let's get to 500 likes ASAP. 1,800 people in here. We should get to 1,000 likes right now. If Newcastle flops Sesko, can you really blame Isak want out? No, I never blame Isak anyway. Big up to Janine Znidar, who says, I'm from Slovenia. Sesko is going to Man United. Here's the thing that I want to clarify. And this is where you get me. I believe myself, Tom and Matt are in complete agreement on this with Jamie as well. I don't think Isak joining Liverpool is dependent on Sesko joining Man United, joining Newcastle. I think Sesko joining Newcastle will just make our life a bit quicker. It will just make our life a bit easier. It'll just make us do things a bit quickly. That's it. But other than that, Isak is going to be a Liverpool player this summer, whether it be middle of August, end of August, deadline day, whatever it is. Like Isak is going to be a Liverpool player for me, because even if Newcastle don't get Sesko, I think the bridge between Isak and Newcastle has been completely burnt. And I don't think there is a comeback. I really don't think there's a comeback. And even again yesterday, he went home because of an injury. What injury, bro? Ain't no injury, nothing.
There's always a comeback, though. There always is. If Newcastle don't get a striker, they're going to welcome him back because they've only got Willie Masula. So there's always a way back at a football club, even if it's just for 6 months or a year.
Yeah, but they have other targets.
They have other targets, but if they can't get them, which I can't rule out at this point, because they could fall into a fucking barrel of tits and come out sucking their own thumb at this point.
No, Hassan,
you cannot get anyone.
This is what we're saying. What it is, Hassan, you have genuine belief that Liverpool will get Isak. So do we. What me and Tom are saying, we don't have faith in Newcastle right now, and rightly so, because time and time again they can't get their targets over the line. And what Newcastle are trying to do, they're trying to shop in a market where they're not used to shopping. So they're used to shopping kind of like, no disrespect, like a mid-tier market, right? You've even got to understand when they got Isak, he was at Sociedad at the time. Obviously, he had amazing talent, but it wasn't like there was a clamor for a signature. Now they're after players that, that want to try and take them to the next level. They're going to get a lot of rejection before they finally get one through the door. And this is why, like, me and Tom sat there and went, yes, we believe we'll get Isak, but we could be sitting there and we might have to wait till January because these guys just can't get a striker in, bro. Like, they might get Wieser in. And Tom, who's the young striker they got again? Asula. But it might take them another 6 months to get a striker, bro. That's the honest truth. We just don't have faith in Newcastle.
I can see them getting Ramos quite comfortably from PSG.
Yeah.
You think so?
No. Yeah, because Ramos, I think Ramos is not going to really start for PSG next season, is he? He's just going to be used as that sub. And I think at Newcastle, he could see himself going over there and being their number one guy.
I mean, I can't rule out that he turns them down at this point now.
Yeah, but I also look a bit of a conspiracy theory. I don't think Newcastle are trying as hard as they should do. Because part of me feels like they're trying to keep Isak, so they're not really going out there trying as hard as they could.
Doing the bare minimum.
I think they're doing bro, they put in a €90 million offer bid for Sesko.
And to be fair, that one has been accepted. It's just the fact that Man United have tried to match their transfer fee. So I can't actually blame Newcastle on that one.
Yeah, Newcastle are trying.
I think Sesko still goes to Newcastle, personally.
Nah, I think he's gone United, bro. He's paid Newcastle.
I think there's a world where if Newcastle just up their offer again, I know it's stupid because they haven't even got a response to the second offer, but if they up their offer again to a point where Man United definitely can't match it, they'll kind of just force RB Leipzig's hand, and then
Sesko could say he's not going. This is what but it'll be
like Matt, what we are operating on right now, our formal report is not that Sesko has said I only want one. He's went, I'll go to either of you, but someone needs to have an offer accepted. So the notion on that basis is if that's how his mindset is, he's not opposed to where he has a preference for where he wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's fine with either, then it should be a case of Newcastle going, we just need to make it to where they can't get near our offer, because then it comes down to Leipzig.
I know what you mean.
Which offer's best for us?
If Newcastle is serious, and they want Sesko, then they do everything in their power to get him. Look, Sesko's obviously already approved to go into Newcastle, so they put in the transfer. So that's obviously a case. He probably wants Man United a little bit more, but if he ends up in Newcastle, I don't think he's going to mind at all. But if Newcastle are proper serious about getting, like, what's the reports that keep going out? They want to get a suit, like a quality replacement in for Isak, Well, starters, there ain't one out in the market, because if there was, Liverpool would buy him.
I mean, I know what he scored yesterday.
And secondly...
Who told you about that guy, Tom?
And secondly, like, if they really think, if they believe that Isak is gone and there's no turning back, that's why I believe Isak Liverpool is still a possibility, because it looks like they've realised there's no turning back on this Isak.
Yeah, there's no comeback for me. Yeah.
And that's why they're going so big on Sesko. So if they want to really get Sesko through the door, just put another 10 million quid on top of what they've already offered. Man United won't match it.
But what you guys, I don't think are understanding.
Sesko wants to go both clubs, Matt. He wants to go both clubs.
But here's what I'm led to believe anyway. Newcastle have been speaking to Sesko longer than Man United, but they've never had that agreement with the player. Now they bid because they felt like they was getting closer. I think it was like last night or how many days ago when they made the first bid. They felt like they were reaching like.
Did you watch the Craig Hope video though?
Yeah, I've watched that one. So this
is why don't rule out Sesko to Newcastle, because yesterday today I watched the video he uploaded today, this morning,
bro,
and he says that Newcastle received encouragement from Sesko's camp.
Yes, all right. So they've got encouragement. So Newcastle made the bid. They got encouragement, but they never actually got the definitive. I'm going to you guys. It was more like, all right, I think I might go to you lot. So here's what I'm saying: Newcastle put in the bid because they've got encouragement. Man United have been speaking to Sesko, not as long, but I feel like Man United have just said, wait. We're going to try and sort something out, buy us more time, or give us time. If we can make that bid, cool. So even though you guys are kind of right in terms of Sesko saying he wouldn't mind going Newcastle, I still genuinely believe that he has stalled on the Newcastle proposal to wait to give Man United time to make that bid. I will not be shocked when it says, here we go, Sesko to United. Remember I said this,
No,
I feel like he played Newcastle.
Here's the thing. It won't shock me if we get Sesko to Man United. Here we go. It's not like, by the way, I think Jamie's the same as well. It's not like he'd be shocked if that happens. No one would be shocked, because the word shocked is big. The word shocked is like, it would shock me if we get Salah to Madrid. Here we go. Like that would shock me.
No, but I think he's going. No, but I think he's genuinely
even if he goes
United.
Man United, Isak is still going to be a Liverpool player.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, unfortunately for us, though, it just means it's even more waiting. It's even more now having to rely on Newcastle to sort something out. So I'm just saying, personally, I think Sesko to United, Manchester United, I think he's going there. I think Newcastle, they've tried everything. The fact that they put in a 90 million euro
this just proves that Sesko don't have fundamentals if he's choosing Man United over Newcastle.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't have fundamental IQ,
bro. Man United ruined players. If you look at Newcastle, Bruno Guimaraes has enhanced his reputation. They converted Joe Linton from a striker to a CM. Tonali's done very well, other than his betting aside. You've got Livramento there. You've got flipping the fullback Lewis Hall. Like they still got Gordon, they got Alanga, they got good players, bro. I think Newcastle have a better first 11 than Man United, bro.
What it shows you, Matt, where it shows you that no bad how bad Man United are, they still sit at the top table with Liverpool in English football, and players just still want to go to them more in Newcastle, and that's
Sesko was not a top table footballer though.
No, what I'm trying to say is like Newcastle's there, and none of these players want to go. Joe Pedro didn't want to go. Wormo didn't want to go. Sesko apparently don't want to go.
Couldn't get Delap to go there either.
Newcastle are a big club in England. They're just not. They haven't got that ball outside the country.
Oh yeah. Newcastle, like no one grew up. That's why. That's the reason why when the whole Isak thing started, I said no one grew up wanting to become the next Shola Amiobi. That's why, like Isak would want to join Liverpool Football Club, and that's why I'm still confident on that. Like I haven't changed my mind on that. Like when it comes to Sesko or not, bro, Isak is coming to Liverpool. The problem is, with this whole situation is, they need a replacement. They have to sign a replacement. And all this is going to give us is just a bit of a headache because we're going to wait now for another 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks until this shit is sorted because Newcastle can't sign players to save their life. I don't even know how they signed Ilanga. Like they actually dealt with the most difficult owner in the whole league to deal with in Marinakis and signed Ilanga. But they can't sign anyone else. The problem is every single forward they've went for, Joao Pedro, Liam Delap, blah, 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 have rejected them. But the doors are open still with all the others, like, of course, there are still options like Mateta. There are options like Ollie Watkins. And Newcastle, at the end of the day, are going to have to hold it. Because, look, here's why I stick by my train of thought that Isak is headed to Liverpool. I'll tell you why I feel like there's no comeback. Because when I follow everything that's Isak done this summer, he has kicked up a fuss. He has refused to go on pre-season tour. He has refused to train with the first team. He has refused to go to literally like even the training facilities. He went to Sociedad, like a whole different country. And again today, we get the news. Isak has been sent home because of his thigh injury. What injury, Habibi? We all know he ain't injured. Like we literally, because if you have a thigh injury, you can't even run. So when we see like videos of him running around in individual training and stuff, we know that that's the thing for me. So that's why for me, look, and also by the way, as much as I believe Sesko wants to join Man United, do not give up on the concept of Man United fumbling this. Because Man United waited about 26 days before they offered Brentford another 5 million. In that time, Newcastle could capitalize. I mean, if Newcastle are as serious about this whole thing, then with the Sesko situation, they just go, okay, Man United, you offered 75 plus 10. We're going to offer 85 plus 10.
Yeah.
And then you can just rule Man United out of the move from a financial perspective.
All I'm saying is, I think Isak will still be a Liverpool player. But like I'm saying...
I mean, here's an update. Benjamin's from Philip Hines,
I've just read the same tweet.
Benjamin, Sesko and his camp have reached a verbal agreement with both Manchester United and Newcastle. To me, that just screams, I'll go to whoever. Yeah. Why would you go through all the fucking rigmarole of agreeing personal terms with the club you don't want to join?
Bro,
so logic dictates then if that update is true, logic dictates he goes to Newcastle then.
He'll go
because
United.
Newcastle have a higher offer. If he accepts both, Newcastle offered Leipzig more money.
He's gonna go United. I'm telling you like this now. I hate to say it.
Newcastle United, mate.
Bro, I wish it was true. Bro, I wish I could I could just convince myself.
Leipzig getting this much for Sesko, by the way.
And remember, people were laughing at us when we paid. Was it the same price for Ekitike? Innit? Was it the same price?
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, Keith Downey's the Newcastle guy, isn't he?
Okay, let's read.
Let's
Keith
see what
Downey.
he says.
This is Keith Downey's update. Manchester United have made a bid worth just under 85 million euros, 75 plus 10 to Leipzig for striker. Newcastle's second bid was higher and more upfront, 80 plus 10. Sesko has been open to both projects, but one source has told Sky Sports News he's leaning towards Manchester United. That's not the news that Newcastle wanted.
I told you, bro. I mean, again, that's one journalist, but I'm telling you, bro, he's going Manchester United. I hate to say it, but
Gonzalo Ramos is better anyway.
Here's the thing. I don't.
Bro, we don't care. We just need Newcastle to buy.
No,
I
Matt,
don't care if Newcastle buy Mario, bro.
I've spent the last week and a half really invested in Newcastle strikers because I have to be. I've spent the last week and a half stressing out about.
You're more
Newcastle
concerned about
transfers.
Newcastle's shopping than you are.
Should we just lend Newcastle Julia Waltz so they can buy some players?
Give them Michael Edwards. Give them.
give them Michael Edwards for like a week.
You know what I'm saying? Just give they need help, bro. And here's the killer: Richard Hughes and Eddie Howe are brethren. So it's like Hassan. It's like me saying to you, or you saying to me, like, bro, can you help me out here with something rare? Like, I need to sort the stuff for the business. All right, cool. You know what you're doing. Yeah. You've been years in the game. Come on, yeah, bro. Why can't Eddie Howe just talk to his brethren? Richard Hughes.
Well, I think I honestly think the way I've listened to Eddie Howe's press conferences lately, it's like he just wants this to be done with and get the money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
he
why
does.
Jamie. That's why me and Jamie are in agreement, bro. Like, I don't think there is a comeback. Matt and Tom believe in the 1% world in which there is a comeback. I don't see that world. I'll be honest with you. I think Isak is going to be a Liverpool player with Sesko going to Newcastle or not.
No, there's definitely a
for
world
me.
where he stays.
By the way, guys, just quickly, let me just grab these supers quickly and then we'll carry on the stream. Just quickly, Tom. Also, guys, we have 2,300 people in here. We're not even at 500 likes yet. Can we have some shame? Can we actually have some shame? You get me? Everyone, please just like and subscribe right now. Come on. Let's get the likes up. I understand Isak will still join, but can we please buy the center back now and then buy Isak later in the window? Here's the thing that I want to explain to you, Abdulaziz. If Isak thing is going to be delayed because of the Sesko situation, then maybe we should just go sign a center back and then wait what happens with this Isak situation. You know, maybe just go slap 50,
I think
40 on the table for Mark Gahey, and then we cook.
I think we're just waiting with the Mark Gahey thing anyway. I think we're waiting for the window to progress a bit more and his price to come down, and then we'll move at a certain point. So
I don't think we're going to pay 50 for Crystal for the player anyway.
I mean, the price already went down. It's now 40.
From Abhijit, who said Liverpool should match the bid, then sell Sesko to those incapable idiots Newcastle. They only contain the useless ego of having Isak. And then there's a possibility of teaming up Red Bull Leipzig and Sesko to milk most of the money by creating a bidding war. Yeah, that was Jamie's point as well. Leipzig already getting more than the original ask. Yeah, that's the thing. So now what if Newcastle go like, okay, here's 85 plus 10. We just increased it 10 million euros from what Manchester United want. And as reported, Sesko is okay by joining both projects. Let's go.
I'll be honest though. I don't want us to, you know, that other one about buying. I don't want us to ever be associated with purchasing Benjamin Sesko in any capacity.
I agree.
So, like, not even in that case. I don't want to ever see the headline: Liverpool agree deal for Benjamin Sesko.
Do you know the mad thing though? I actually think Sesko suits Newcastle more than Man United. In the way they set up,
suits Newcastle more than
because the wide players that Newcastle got about crossing, getting the ball in the box a lot. I think Sesko that works for him more than at Man United. I think at Man United he's going to have to play with his back to goal quite a lot.
You'll have too much work to do, basically.
Not sure about Ramos, Nasser, and Qatar hate Saudi. Nasser, they don't hate Saudi Arabia. Genius, where are you getting this? That's such a unnecessary conspiracy. Saudi and Qatar don't hate each other.
It would be incredible, though, Hassam, if we missed out on Alexander Isak because Newcastle couldn't get the next replacement because of global tensions.
Yeah, but there is no tension anyway. New moving like Ryan Sesko. You look like a 16 out of 10. And big up to Abdikani Yusuf, who says, all United fans are so desperate to get Sesko as they believe it will be lock Isak move. Not that they believe he's a 90 million player. What if he still joins LFC? That's my point, brother. I still think that he's going to be a Liverpool player regardless.
Plettenberg update. Understand Benjamin Sesko and his camp have reached full verbal agreements with both Manchester United and Newcastle over long-term contract. Final details were settled yesterday. It now mainly depends on which club also reaches an agreement with RB Leipzig. United are offering 85 million, Newcastle 90 million. Decisive hours ahead. So if it's down to which club reaches the agreements,
if you trust him, that means Wirtz is at Bayern.
Yeah, but if I trust most of these journalists, Wirtz was at City.
No, Tom. If you believe him, Wirtz went to Bayern, bro.
No, Florian Plettenberg got it right from day one. The only thing he didn't get right was the shirt number, but it looks like he got that right as well, almost. So,
bro, I'm telling you right now,
he was the first one to break the news.
Plettenberg is a fraud, bro. He kept on saying, Wirtz is going to Bayern. Bruv, I'm telling you, I don't believe that guy one bit, bro.
I mean,
at all.
Playing goal broke the Wirtz.
he was going to Bayern up until we turned up.
Yeah,
Bro, you know, he was going to Liverpool from.
He was going to Liverpool from the start of May.
Hang on,
once he flew over and had that meeting.
I'm not believing.
If
it happens, it happens. I'm not believing.
Hang on, what's Indy saying? What's Indy saying? I believe Indy.
What's Mr. Reliable telling me at the minute? I need Indy.
Where's Indy? Where's Indy?
It's funny because the first person I'm trying to find right now is Indy as well.
Yeah, where's Indy, man? Indy will tell you everything.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Indy's
Indy's blatantly
nuts,
one
bro.
of these burners from what Indy's blatantly one of these journalist burners because you
don't
see.
Don't Paul Joyce follow Indy or something like that?
I'm not sure, you know.
Bro, this Indy's been tier 1. By the way, we sold Tyler Morton for £15 million. How the hell we got 15 million?
We have now sold 205 million.
Bro.
205 million, man.
We just
Michael
made
Edwards.
£15 million off Tyler Morton.
Bro, we sold Brewster for 24 mil.
Guys, we got money.
Brewster.
We got money for Nat
Oh,
Phillips.
my days.
We got money for Nat Phillips.
We sold Solanke to Bournemouth after having 1 goal in the Premier League.
You can't
Give me all three.
19
You give me
mil.
the chance that Isak is a Liverpool player. Percentage chance.
In general, or do you mean this window?
This window, Matt. Can you stop trying to be like Callum? He ain't here.
No, but I wanted some clarification, bro.
Trying to be edgy.
No, I wanted clarification from you.
I don't think.
Yeah, no, this summer.
This window.
Yes, this window. Big up.
See, you're basically telling me I have to rely on Newcastle. Because that's what it's about. It's relying on Newcastle.
70%. That's what I'm giving him. 70%.
Yeah, I'm with that as well. 70%.
Because I can't trust Newcastle to get the replacement in.
I don't see Liverpool going for Isak in any other window either. I think we'll move on.
No, I think we'd go. I think we'd go in for him next summer.
Yeah,
no, because
if it came down,
we need an attacker.
It's either 70. In fact, no, I'm saying 65.
The only reason I'm saying that, yeah, because Liverpool still want to sell Darwin Núñez, yeah, and I hate to say this, yeah, but if we don't get Isak this summer, Liverpool can't sell Darwin Núñez.
They can. They can.
If you're not, yeah, but if you're going to sell him, we're going to be too short.
No,
they can. If you sell Darwin Núñez, you just use Chiesa as the backup up front.
No, Chiesa. No.
I'm not passing up on the money.
The reason I'm saying that, right? The reason I'm saying that is because if Liverpool want to go in the market and get another attacker this summer, that attacker will be our new attacker, and we won't go back in for Isak again because they'll want to make sure they got quality in. Liverpool aren't going to get a makeshift forward in just to go and get Isak a year later. It's not how we work.
I can't rule out Jamie, because you've got to look at how they've treated they've put Isak on the Van Dijk pedestal in terms of he's the only guy we want. He is target number one. We will do whatever it takes. Even when at the start of the thing, it was Liverpool are happy to wait until January or next season to get him. I know that they
Jacobs Bomber.
United,
sorry, not United. Understand, Sesko has now agreed final terms with both of the teams. Both clubs confident of reaching an agreement with Leipzig in the coming hours. Man United believes Sesko wants to join them.
But he's agreed both of them, so it don't matter.
I'm just saying, Man United seem way more confident. I haven't seen no Newcastle journalists say they're confident. I'm telling you, from now is Man United.
All that update tells me is if Newcastle just outbid Man United and put them into a position where they can't agree a deal with Leipzig, they get the player. Because again, he's not turning down. You don't agree personal terms and then go, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going.
Bro,
you don't do that.
You can agree personal terms with both clubs because you could be using leverage for one another. What I'm telling you is this, bro. I know you don't want to hear it because it's not the news I want to hear either. I want to be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll be like, I'm so glad I was wrong. I'm just saying what I genuinely believe is that he is going to Man United, bro. Unfortunately,
but Matt, genuinely. So let's put us in the situation.
You know, Newcastle have always felt they were always in second place the whole time.
That's fine. But if we're going off these updates, I'm gonna put a scenario to you right now. Newcastle up their offer to 100 million euros, 90 million guaranteed, 10 million add-ons. Manchester United can't match that. They go 80 million. They up theirs to 80 million or 85 million, whatever.
Sesko can say play a part. Here's what you have to understand. We're bigging up Isak and understanding what Isak's doing to try and get his move to Man United. if Sesko really wants to, I'm not saying he's definitive, Tom, but if he wanted to, he could say, yeah, they've given you more money. I ain't going there. You better sort something out with Man United or Newcastle, whichever one it is. This is what I'm saying. It's about the player. As much as the clubs will overbid, they don't want to overbid too much because obviously they don't want to get fleeced as well. And they've got other targets, especially in Newcastle. If they get that, they're going to get the Isak money if they get Sesko. But it comes down to the player. And my worry for the whole time has been this whole Tesco saga. Man United have always felt like they were in the race. Newcastle were always playing catch up. Newcastle have always had to kind of go over and beyond. Like, hence why Newcastle bid 90 million euros, and Man United haven't even reached that. I know it's only 5 million less,
which means he won't go to Man United. Look. If he signed personal terms with both clubs and he's fairly happy going to both clubs. If I'm Newcastle now, I just offer another 10 million on top.
Yeah, offer another 10.
And then Man United will match it. And if Man United if Sesko desperately wants Man United. And
I understand what you guys are doing the whole.
Let Jamie land. Let Jamie land. No. Let Jamie land because he's cooking. He cooked both of your shit points, so let Jamie land.
How did he cook?
He said the same point as me.
What do you mean? What points? There's not cooking points. It's more.
Stop disrespecting Jamie. Stop disrespecting Jamie Phillips and let him speak, please.
I understand what Matt is saying. That's right. Sesko probably does prefer the edge over Man United. But the fact that he's agreed to personal details of both clubs, Newcastle feel like he would come as well. So, you know, at the end of the day, if Newcastle feel like they want him and want to get him through the door because they just feel like this Isak stuff is now untenable and they just need to get him sold and get a player in, then they got to speak to Sesko today. Go, look, if we bid an extra 10 million, will you definitely come to us? If the answer is yes, then Newcastle got to do that. They just got to they got to go and get their player and show everyone, look, yeah, we've had a bad summer, but we are going to get our Isak replacement through the door and beat Man United to it where they financially can't compete with us for this transfer. But that's what Newcastle got to do. If they want to be seen as this club, that's up there with the big boys now. They got to start acting like big boys and be a bit of a bully themselves and go against one of the big boys in British football, in Man United, and go, you know what, you're not going to financially compete with us. We're going to get the yes from him. He's said he wouldn't mind in personal terms he's agreed with. So because he's agreed personal terms, he'd definitely come and play for me. I just want to make sure the final thing is that if we do make this offer of absolutely smashing Man United out of the water, will you come to me? If the answer is yes, we're going to do it. And that's how Newcastle have got to act if they want to be a big club. If they don't act like this and they just let Man United walk over them, Newcastle are going to be a nothing club in English football for the rest of the time. They've got to start moving like a club that's meant to be serious.
All right. Let me respond to that. So, Jay, what you're saying is right. That's what Newcastle should be doing. But all we've seen so far is that Newcastle, I feel, have been on the back foot the whole time. They were the first ones to put that bid in. They're trying to get that deal over the line fast. They know Man United is lurking. It's the same thing with the Ekitike thing, bro. Newcastle went early, tried to get that deal done fast, try and blindside us, thinking, okay, Liverpool still make up their minds what they're going to do. Unfortunately, for Newcastle, when there's just the bigger shark, there's nothing you can do. It doesn't matter how much money you put on the table. If the player's waiting for that bigger team, he's going to go there no matter what Newcastle try and do. So it's the same thing with Ekitike, and it looks like it could be the same thing with Sesko. Again, I'm not sitting there saying I'm some ITK, you know. I'm not even sitting there saying I know what's going to happen. I just think my only perspective on it so far is that from all the reports that we've seen, there's never really been a Newcastle journalist that said, other than Craig Hope, shall I say, I think Newcastle are going to get him. I think Newcastle are going to get him. They've got encouragement. But Man United have always been lurking, and Man United have always sat back and have been relaxed. And they've kind of like, Newcastle drew Man United out now. So Man United can't hide in the shadows no more. It's the same thing. Ekitike thing happened. We came out of the shadows. We were lurking and thought, nah, we're not doing that no more. We've done enough waiting. We're going to go and do that. And that's my worry, guys. Do you get what I'm saying?
Can I prove my point that I think Isak, first of all, I'll tell you my percentage, chat. So all three of them said 70%. My percentage chance of Isak being a Liverpool player this summer is 99%. I think there's only 1%.
So there's a 1% chance.
Oh, you 1%. Why not 100, Sam?
No,
should be,
because
you
it's
should
just,
be all
it's just
in.
1%. You have to put 1%.
You
there
killed
just
me
in
for
case.
talking about the
Just
1%, but now
You
you're
should
saying
be
it's the
all in as
1%.
Ham. You
Listen.
should be all in, bro. Why have you got 1% down? That's too high.
Can I talk?
Matt, he
Can I
killed
talk?
us for saying those 1%, but when he wants to talk about the 1%,
Can I
it's
talk?
irrelevant.
Can I talk?
Let's not let him speak now, joking. Now, go on, bro. Go on, bro.
Oh, what a rainy day. Look at Matthew on his new bike. Matthew, what you want? Blood clot, Matthew.
Hugo Ekitike's done it for half a season, and yet.
Anyway, as I was saying, so the reason why I say 99% is, look, I think it's just 1% chance that he stays, but it's just I don't see it happening. I think 99% he's going to be a Liverpool player this summer. I stick by everything that I say. I'm going to stick to my guns. I ain't going to change my opinion. I completely still have the same exact opinion. Whether Sesko goes to Manchester United or not is irrelevant, because Ben Jacobs literally just came out like 10 seconds ago and started speaking of Newcastle have other options like Nicholas Jackson and blah blah blah. So you already know. Listen,
Correct,
that's
yeah.
when here's the logic. When Newcastle are looking at other targets besides Sesko, it shows me that this is not Sesko dependent. So that's why for me, you know, I would say 100%, but then everyone just starts shouting. So I just said 99% just to keep myself safe. But I feel completely confident 100% he's going to be a Liverpool player. You get me? So I ain't going to change my mind on that. 100%. And the only reason why I said 99 is just because, you get me, you just have to put that 1% in there just like that. But other than that, for me, I fully believe Isak's going to be a Liverpool player. I don't think there's any comeback for him. And even if Sesko doesn't join Newcastle, they're going to look at the likes of Nicholas Jackson and others to replace. Like, it's just how it goes. That's just the food chain of football. At the end of the day, Newcastle and the Isak story is over. Like, that's just the truth. I think, you know, his head has been completely turned by Liverpool. Liverpool are going to put up the money, and Isak's going to be a Liverpool player. I'm fully confident. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm literally fully confident. You get me?
1%, isn't it?
I think the rest of us are at 70. But again, Hassan, I think where we can definitely all agree, regardless of percentage, is that he will be a Liverpool player, whether it's this window or in January or even next summer. I think he will be a Liverpool player. Like, I think Newcastle eventually will get a striker. All me and Tom have been saying is for a long time is Newcastle still have to get that striker, because there was a lot of this talk. Hassan, I'm speaking to you when I say this. There was a lot of talk that we could just bully them and they're going to sell Isak without a replacement. And I said, me and Tom were like, nah, they're going to have to get a replacement in first before that happens. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. They don't want every club knowing they've got 150 million quid to spend.
So even though, yes, Isak will probably still end up at Liverpool, I just don't see how Newcastle would sell if they get no replacement. Because a lot of people feel like, oh, we just rock up with the 150. Newcastle are just going to be like, yeah, cool, you're giving us 150, we'll just sort it out. Well, if you're Newcastle, from a business perspective, you've just lost your top player, you haven't put in a replacement, and now you've got to try and lie to the fans and tell them that everything's going to be okay. I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Do you know what, as well, on the Liverpool side of things, Liverpool haven't identified any other attackers apart from Isak. So it is like Tom said a minute ago, it does look like it's Isak or nothing. You know,
it's Isak or Chiesa the backup.
Yeah, and like Chiesa, man, look, I don't want Chiesa anywhere near my club, so release the better. But
I'd rather play Chiesa than Nunes.
Even Indy, look, Indy now. Look at Indy.
No, because Jamie, what you got to understand is
I'd rather play Darwin and Chiesa.
Last summer,
guys, Indy Bumba, same thing. Wow. Nicholas Jackson is on Newcastle shortlist to replace Alexander Isak. If so,
there you go. See,
don't rule out Don't rule out Darwin Núñez moving to Newcastle. So that suggests to a lot of people that if the media's already been briefed about Jackson, that tells you Sesko's going United.
Well, David Ornstein said today there's a Premier League club interested in Jackson.
Well, I don't see Darwin going Newcastle. I mean, I could be so wrong.
I don't care where Núñez goes. I don't care where he goes.
I don't care. I just don't see Newcastle paying.
We sat there in January.
That's stupid.
We sat there in January and couldn't get the striker that we wanted. We couldn't get Osimhen in January, so we went, look, we'll keep Núñez. We'll turn down the 75 million we got offered for Núñez. We'll turn it down, and we'll just hope that in the summer we can get an offer similar. And this summer, I was sitting there going, you know what? I'd take 50 for him. Napoli are coming in with around 50 on shit terms, but you know what? Just to get out the door. And then the wonderful kingdom of Saudi Arabia have come back. And they're now offering me a chance at redemption. I turned them down in January, stupidly. But they're now going, no hard feelings. Here is the same money again. You think I'm going to turn that down again? What am I going to get next time? 30 million. AC Milan have tried to bring themselves into the conversation. Nunes would be their record signing. That's
AC
not
are broke,
happening.
man. They've
I
never got
need
money.
that Saudi bag, because you know what else it is? If PIF would have funded us getting Isak by buying Nunes off us. Do you understand how much I can hold that over people's heads? Saudi Arabia funded us buying their star asset from Newcastle by buying our shit asset. I need it.
No.
That is kind of mad, ain't it? That is kind of
I'm not
mad.
putting myself
It
through a
is
fourth
crazy
year of
still.
Nunes. I'm not putting myself through a fourth year of Nunes. I'm not.
Nunes won't be
Oh,
Liverpool,
I'm
I
not.
think. Nunes won't be Liverpool.
No, it looks like Darwin's game, man. It looks like Darwin's game.
I can't do it again.
I'm telling you though, I genuinely feel like I've been saying I want to be proved wrong, so I'm gonna keep saying it. Hopefully I'm so wrong. But Sesko's definitely got Manchester United. In my opinion.
It probably is.
Oh, look at me. My name is Matt. 70% Isak joins Liverpool, but Sesko's definitely going Man United, even though he accepted terms with both clubs.
So you're telling me Newcastle can't get another striker like Nicholas Jackson, who's just been briefed?
No, that's
what
not
you're
the
saying?
point. The point is,
But that is the point.
100% that Sesko goes to Manchester United.
Sesko, as things stand right now, in my opinion, is going Manchester United. Does that stop Isak from going to Liverpool? No, it
He's
just
agreed
prolongs
terms
it,
with
bro.
both clubs.
What, sorry?
He's agreed terms with both clubs.
Oh my gosh. Yes, bro, we know.
Yeah, so
Hassan,
what if Newcastle just offer more money?
Hassan, let me ask you this. Hassan, let me ask you this.
Ask
Do
me.
you think right now Sesko is going to Manchester United or Newcastle United? Stop doing the copium. Stop. I know you want to believe he's going to
think
Newcastle.
Sesko is going to Newcastle.
Oh my gosh. You don't believe that. I know you don't.
And if Sesko doesn't go to Newcastle, they were going to get Jackson or whoever anyway. And then we're going to get Isak.
That part I agree with you. I'm just talking about genuinely Sesko though. I think he's played Newcastle. That's just what I think.
Isak's joining Liverpool, guys. It doesn't matter.
I got a
I
feeling.
don't care who Newcastle sign, to be honest.
I've got this feeling that Liverpool might buy Isak before Newcastle get a striker in.
You wanna know something? After today, right? After the whole Sesko to like, if Sesko just chooses Manchester United today, I'll be honest with you.
Might not have no choice.
If Sesko just chooses Manchester United, what?
Sorry, guys, just quickly. Do you honestly think like?
I think they need the money. I think they need the money.
We might just call them and go like, listen, you guys do your own thing now.
I think they need the money. I think there's players out there that Newcastle can go and buy. But if they've got that cash, they might get a bit bullied because they've got the cash. But I think they need the money. I think they need players.
All right.
And if Isak and Newcastle of really what we're hearing out reports at the moment, because we only know by reports of what we hear, yeah. And the reports are saying that this relationship is dead. It's over, right? And now they're open. I think there was a report yesterday that Newcastle are now open to selling him for the right price.
Yeah.
Liverpool go in there with like 140 million, yeah. I think Newcastle have to accept it now because Liverpool could be real bullies here if they wanted to. I think the reason Liverpool aren't being real bullies is because the friendship that Richard Hughes and Eddie Howe have got. And I think that's why they're not being real bullies. But in reality, if Liverpool went to Newcastle and went, look, it's 140 million, man, take it or leave it. We ain't coming back. And that pees Isak off even more if Newcastle reject it.
Yes, because then
you've got a player that like you can't reject it. So Liverpool could be really bullyish if they wanted to and go and get Isak. And then Newcastle got a bundle of money where they can go and get Ramos and PSG. They can get Wisser as a backup.
I don't think they need the money though. Right now, I don't think they need the money right now.
It looks like it.
But let's be entirely honest. If Newcastle go into negotiations with these players, I'm not going to say it in public, but when they're talking to the players and the representatives, they'll go, "Look, Isak's on his way out. We're getting money in for him, so we can afford to do all these things." It's not like they're going in there going, "Oh, by the way, we're going to keep Isak," because footballers aren't stupid and Newcastle themselves aren't stupid. Not going to go into negotiations for these players trying to sell them on being third choice striker. It's not happening. So in these talks, Sesko knows he's coming into the place Isak. Ramos would know. Jackson would know they're coming into the place. Isak, not a case of, oh yeah, we're going to keep Isak, and then the money will be there. It's just Newcastle need to.
But you know what I mean by about Liverpool being a bit bastard in this?
They could do, but we won't do. There's just two. We try and be
respectful. We
try and respect all these clubs. So it is.
But if you did that, you put 140 on the table, and Newcastle I don't think Newcastle could afford it. I don't think they could turn it down because it's pretty much the money they were asking for, right? And also, as a Liverpool would know, like, if they turn that down, is the case just go put a written transfer request in, which means we get him probably even cheaper. So, it's been a bit bastard-like, but I don't think Liverpool going to do that. But they could if they wanted to.
The reason why I don't feel like, yes, you could run that approach, yeah. But here's the thing: when you said Liverpool could just throw the money at Newcastle, say like 140, get close to that valuation, you could also look at it as, for that to even happen, in my opinion, Newcastle would have to speak to Liverpool first. They would say, listen, all right, if you got that money that you keep talking about, how much are you willing to pay for Isak? But the moment Newcastle do that, they're already in a weakened position because you've come to us now to say the player is now available, which means you're not going to get that 150. You might not even get 140. So it's kind of a weird situation. Liverpool as well, being bullish, know that it's kind of wasting their time because all that would happen is that Newcastle would just try and milk us for even more than maybe the 140, that probably a sweet spot, or 135, because they don't have their replacement. And for people saying they need the money, yes, I think they 125,
do. 130, they accept,
but they need the money. But I don't think they're desperate. Reason being, if they're able to make a 90 million bid without the Isak money, and I know they're probably going to get it if they were to get Sesko, but if they're able to make that bid, and they made that bid for Ekitike as well, that kind of goes to show you they got money, but they haven't got maybe enough money. So I don't think that they're clamoring for the money. I just feel like what you guys are saying what's probably more true is Isak is making it untenable at Newcastle, where there's just no way back, and that's where they're probably, they're trying to get any striker at this point because they know that it's not going to work with Isak. But if they have to keep him there for 6 months, like what me and Tom are saying, and give him a contract extension,
Isak's not going to refuse to play. If we get to September and Isak's still at Newcastle, Isak's not going to sit there and go, I refuse to play.
This is what I'm saying.
If he's still there come September 1st, he will play for Newcastle again this year. But the part where I disagree with you, Matt, is I don't think he signs a contract extension.
So there could be a contract where they make him sign a new 1-year deal with a release clause in it for the following summer. That is the only way he signs a new deal. But here's my thing. If he's got that release clause in next summer, I don't think some of the big guys come in and pay it, and they make Isak wait till he goes to 1 year down to get him even cheaper, knowing that he's not going to stay at Newcastle. So it's also still a very dangerous game by Newcastle's side as well. That is why I think Isak has to leave this summer.
Do you know what the problem is with the release clause, though? Because Newcastle want to get that deal done as soon as possible. I don't think Newcastle can afford to put that for him to sign that release clause contract when there's a January window. Because the one thing they can do now is just say no. They can keep saying no. The moment there's a release clause in that contract.
Well, the release clause don't come into effect till the summer. They could do it that way, couldn't they?
Maybe. I just don't see Isak committing to a new... Because let's say he signs, someone in your world, he signs that 1 year extension. That means he's got 3 years left again, rather than moving into 2 and then 1, and he starts at 3 again, and the whole thing starts again. So I just don't think he's going to sign a contract extension. I think
that's why I'm saying let's be bullies about this, and just just be bullies, man. Just go in.
But again, we can only do so much, though. Like again, I know people don't want to keep hearing me say the same thing.
When you say we can only do too much, look, if Newcastle fumbles Sesko, and tomorrow Liverpool wake up. Yo, Newcastle, here's 130 million. Let's go. We're not going to wait around. What can Newcastle do then?
Say no.
What can Newcastle do? Wait till we get a replacement. Yeah, but we waited already and couldn't get it. So now you have till the end of August with this money to figure out who you want to replace.
It's still their player, though. Sam, I get what you're saying. And yeah, it will be hard for Newcastle to turn it down. It would be, bro. But you got to understand, he's still contracted via 3 years, even if the relationship is mash up. Because look at Coutinho. Coutinho, remember the back problems, didn't want to play and all that stuff.
Coutinho handed in an official transfer request.
Yeah,
even
he
Isak hasn't
stayed
done
for
that.
another. And I know two stories are never the same. But what I'm saying is a relationship can break down between player and club. However, there can be a temporary fix, even if it's 4 or 6 months. So that's why I say, Hassam.
Yeah, give them Nunes.
Once they get a striker, 100% is game on. I just feel like we have to be a bit patient, a bit more patient, because I feel like Sesko's going Man United. That's all I'm saying. We'll get Isak. We just have to be a bit more patient.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to put Isak on thumbnails now for the next 2 weeks. You get me? If this whole thing comes out.
It's getting boring now, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's just how many times, you know, it got to a point 3 days ago. I told Vel, how about you just put a different Isak? Like put Isak in a Newcastle shirt on the thumbnail or something. Let's just do things a bit differently since we're just doing this over and over again. But there is nothing for us to do. Like at the end of the day, this is why when like people always like anger me and piss me off when they say stuff like, "Oh, you've spoken about this topic before." Yeah, but that's the topic right now. Like, what do you want me to talk about?
Yeah,
What? Leeds keep Joe Pirro. Like, no, who gives a shit? You get me? So we have to talk about what's relevant, and that's why there's 2,500 of you in here. Let's get to 1,000 likes ASAP. Let me just grab these supers. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Let's get the likes up, guys. Like I said, come on. Let's get to 1,000 likes. We have 2,500 people in here. 2,000 likes is the target. And please go subscribe to all these guys' channels. All their channels are in the description. Jamie Phillips Football Chats, Sanderson Show, Tom Little with a 1, the Matt 1 Show, and Kopish. You get me? Dom playing like he's worthy of that number 8.
He was very good yesterday. He's been very good all pre-season.
Dom was immense. I can't even lie. He was immense. Like, let's not kid ourselves.
Good, because Gravenberg suspended first game.
Yeah, no. But regardless,
guy.
I kept on saying, just because we signed Wirtz, it doesn't mean Szoboszlai automatically is out of the team. People have this idea that Szoboszlai's not going to play. No, he's just not going to be the number 10. That's all it is. He's not going to be number 10. But I just feel like it's a tough decision to make because he's integral to how we play. He gives us that athleticism in the middle of the park that we just don't have.
I think it just gives you different options for certain opponents. So when we're up against teams with a strong midfield, Szoboszlai will play because he's got we're not losing as much. Don't get me wrong, I still think that Szoboszlai is worse than McAllister on the ball. If I'm up against a team that I'm going to dominate, I'd rather play McAllister.
Of course.
And again, we saw against Yokohama, this is the thing that's annoyed me all pre-season. People have just forgotten how good Alexis McAllister is because he wasn't playing a couple of pre-season games. Against Yokohama and yesterday against Bilbao in that first game.
Alexis is our best midfielder, though. What's going on here?
No, but people are saying, no, you can't play. You got to play Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. They're the only one that works together.
All right, here's the problem. Can I just say something? Here's the problem. So I've been saying it for a minute, and I've been getting a lot of pushback from it. I said McAllister is world class, and if you disagree with me, fair enough. Because me and Jamie have had this conversation, and I understand Jamie's point. Jamie's like, I think he can get to another level, and I was like, you know, fair play to you. Me personally, I just think he is world class. I think Gravenberch is an amazing midfielder, but Gravenberch has had
still needs to fix his passing as per yesterday.
His pass could get better, but I think his pass is good. But not only that, he's only done it for 1 season. Do you get what I'm saying? Like McAllister's done it now. Last season at Brighton, 2 seasons at Liverpool. Do you get what I'm saying? And then you got Szoboszlai, who, let's be real, the fan base is very indifferent
on. And say Gravenberch is a good passer of the football. How?
He is. He's just not.
No, he is.
He's not a great passer.
Sam, do you know the difference between good and exceptional? McAllister's exceptional. Gravenberch is just he's a good passer, bro. He's just not exceptional. There's a difference, bro. He's a good passer.
You can't play DM for Liverpool.
Gravenberch is not a good passer. But anyway, let's not argue that. Big up to you, Jordan. Big up to Diallo. Says the player goes where he wants. Simple fact. Yeah. So Isak is going to Liverpool. Let's go. Sesko since window day 1 has been so indecisive. It's mad. Yeah, he has been very indecisive. To be fair, you ain't lying about that right there. All that drama for Sesko, guys, so shit as well. This is true. Like all this drama, bro, for a meaty player. Like at the end, like people like whether Newcastle get him or Man United get him, he's just mid, bro, right now. Benjamin Sesko. So all this drama for a mid player is mad. They could say match Newcastle for the price tag or jog on is what Aidu is saying. Yeah, exactly. Because even if Sesko chooses Man United, they still have to pay the money that Newcastle is paying.
That's
Still
true.
have
That's
to-
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sesko to United only delays Isak deal, not off. I agree with this completely. It just delays it. It gives us an extra headache. That's all. But
This is exactly
he's
what I
going to be a
said.
Liverpool player. Matt is spitting. It's only common sense, guys. Hey, fairs if you think that. It's like Ryan getting rejected by a fridge, is what Caster is saying. It wouldn't surprise me if Ryan gets rejected by a fridge, though. That's it's completely normal. Hit the like button, guys. Come on, let's get 1,000 likes. Big up to Samir, who says, Osama, I agree with Tom Matt. If Newcastle don't get the striker, they simply won't sell no matter what. And in 1 year, a lot can change. Villa, Newcastle, all curbed PSR. Yeah, but you say that. I just think the bridge has been burnt completely. You can't play both sides. You can't tell me Sesko's going to go move to Man United because he wants Man United. And then I tell you, okay, Isak wants Liverpool. You say, oh, there's a chance he stays. It's just not how it works. Player can't sign 2 personal agreements. Illegal. 20 is what the sheriff's saying. He hasn't signed them, but I think he's verbally agreed them both. Like he told Newcastle, I'm okay with joining. He told told Man United, I'm okay with joining. Big up Hussam, Matt, Jamie, and bottom red Tom is what Fonzie's saying. If Jackson joins Newcastle, he's Senegalese forever, unless he cost us AFCON. Let's be real. Hey, we all know Senegal ain't winning AFCON. Big up, though. Big up. Newcastle getting blamed by Man United, laughing my ass out, is what Diallo's saying. Newcastle have been executing poorly all summer long. Big up to him again, who says, I think, let's just say for your information. I don't know what this stands for. Mine is at 85%. Newcastle will F this up, bro. Yeah, but even then, so you believe that Isak will join Liverpool even more than Tom, Matt, and Jamie do, even as a rival. So, yeah. Great show, but Tom, it's embarrassing the hate you give to Nunes when he scored crucial goals for the title. Don't be like Arsenal fans, mate.
It was one game. It's a 38-game season, and there was one game. He cost me £75 million, and in a season where we won the title, he got me 5 goals, and only 2 of them were game-changing goals, and ones which, if we didn't have them, we wouldn't have won the game. I understand people like him. He's easy to like as a man. I'm sure he's lovely. I'm sure he's a great family man. I'm sure he's a funny fella. But as a footballer, I cannot do it anymore.
Same.
Not when I'm being offered Alexander Isak. Not when Alexander Isak is being dangled in front of me. I've got Hugo Ekitike now, who yesterday was brilliant. And you're trying to go, oh no, you got to stick with 5 goal a season, Darwin Núñez.
Dangled in front of you. Fairs. Big up to Zuhaib, who says all 4% chance we make no more signings this window. All 4% chance we don't make any more signings. 0%. We're definitely gonna make signings.
We're at least buying a centre back.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna sign.
Yeah, have to get centre back. We will do as well.
Yeah, 0%. What an Asian Cup for Jordan, penalty to Qatar. Big up to West Coast LFC, who says Newcastle is the ugly guy at the party. It's not even that. It's the fact that they failed to execute a whole window, bro. Like, including, like, Liam Delap. How do you bottle Liam Delap, bro? How do you bottle Joao Pedro? Like, it's not even, like, good signings or anything. Whenever Hussam talks about Manchester United, you almost that United are the biggest club in England, represent the greatest threat to Liverpool's history and legacy. Almost. The reason why this is total bullshit is Manchester United is not a contender for the league this season. Manchester United are not a threat when it comes to the league title. You don't employ Alex Ferguson anymore, or Ronaldo, or Rooney, or Tevez, or Berbatov, or any of the players that made you great. You literally employ the likes of Dorgo, who came from Lecce for 40 million. That's number one. And number two, when it comes to this conversation, we're not talking about Manchester United because of Manchester United. We're talking about Manchester United because of Liverpool. Because Sesko going to Newcastle makes my job easier. It's as simple as that. So don't think you're this like big club that everyone gives a fuck about. The proof for me is the following. All summer long, I haven't spoken about Manchester United transfers like that at all. I haven't really given a shit. So yeah, big up though. Nice one. Nice attempt at trying to act like Man United are relevant still. Newcastle moving like Matt driving his new bike. Give me this one.
Oh, what a rainy day. Look at Matthew on his new bike. Matthew, what you want? Blood clot, Matthew. Oh, God. Matthew, you all right?
Bro.
Tom, you're missing the point. It's the hate as if he was awful. When he done his bit and is an AFC player, cool, he's not good enough, but the hate not nice.
But he was awful. I don't get the. Yeah, I'm not hating him as a bloke, but I don't like him as a footballer.
Tom, I think you're being very respectful for Darwin Núñez. So I'm going to be
wasn't a good footballer.
He can piss off. We are done with him. Like Tom said, he's a nice guy. I'm sure he is. But we don't care. All we care about is the football pitch. The guy's not good enough for Liverpool. How about that? He's not good enough. He needs to leave. Why are people crying over Núñez, bro? Oh my gosh.
I agree with Matt completely.
Come on, man.
2,300 people locked in. We're at 800 likes. Let's try to get to 1,000 likes. Continue to subscribe as well, guys. We're closing in on 57.2k subscribers. So please, everyone, hit the like button, subscribe right here, right now. Let's go. Let's get to 1,000 likes and keep subscribing to the channel as well. Subscribe from all your family's phone. You get me? So United fans are so jarring, saying Isak is off. Yeah, but I bet you we were jarring like 12 years ago when we signed Stuart Downing, Charlie Adam, Jordan Henderson, when we thought we were about to take over. You get me? So don't worry about it, Habibi. When we end up winning the league this season, number 21, they're just going to cry their eyes to sleep. Meet me at the car park side, version 351. Don't worry, it's going to happen. Anyway, guys, on that note, let's move on to talk about a couple of different topics. Let's talk about this Rodrygo situation and the centre-back situation, because as myself and Tom spoke about on the Hussam X Tom show, mods keep pushing the likes as well. Seems like Rodrygo wants to stay at Real Madrid. Like I said, I just said I have a doubt that he might stay at Real Madrid, and now look. And I want us to talk about the centre-back situation. And Matthew, since you're going in a bit, talk to me, brother. Talk to me about the centre-back situation. And what do you think of Rodrygo staying?
All right, so the Rodrygo situation, you know, I'm a massive advocate for Rodrygo, just like yourself, bro. I want Rodrygo badly at Liverpool, but I always had this thing of, yes, if he was to become available and he actually wanted to move, I genuinely feel like we would have got him. But as things currently stand, it seems like every single time I think we're getting closer to getting Rodrygo, there's just that reality and that he just doesn't want to leave Real Madrid. He is happy fighting for his place. Brother, give it up. Mbappe's a left winger. You're a left winger. Vinicius is a left winger. There's only so many left wingers you can play at Real Madrid. There's a reason why they're unbalanced. And Rodrygo suddenly feels like he's going to fight for his place. Bro, unless Vinny goes Saudi, that's the only way I see Rodrygo actually getting the minutes that he probably does need to get. And I don't think it's going to happen because I think the president really likes Vinicius as well. So I don't think he's going to sell him. A bit like when the president, what's his name? Perez really loved Benzema. That was like one of his favorite players, isn't it? Never wanted to sell him. Rodrygo situation, bro. We might as well just put the fries in the bag. We kind of knew this was going to happen. He was going to flirt about potentially maybe leaving, but you kind of knew that he's probably going to stay. So I think he stays. Yeah.
If Liverpool really, really wanted him, they'd get him. The fact that Liverpool don't really, really want him, he's probably thinking I might as well stay at Madrid, because the only other team out there at probably the Premier League who want me at the moment is Tottenham, and there's no point even getting out of bed for that. So he'd rather stay at Real Madrid. So I don't actually blame him. Like he's looking for high end clubs, ain't he? You know, if you go leave Real Madrid, you want to go to a high end club. So it's Liverpool, a City, a Bayern Munich, a Barcelona.
Facts.
You know, then kind of clubs. And if they're not really coming in for him, like 100% coming in for him, he might as well fight for his place at Madrid, to be fair.
I mean, ultimately, we've got better option. Rio Angamoa. I don't need someone to take his minutes.
Oh, look who's come round now. Yeah, you think
not Ben Doak. Not Ben Doak.
No, Ben Doak's on the right. Ben Doak's on the right.
Rio Dino, yeah.
You lot don't understand.
About Rio Gomoa, all Tom kept saying is he's fucking 16. He's 16. Now he saw the goal yesterday, and because he's a reactionary fraud, now all of a sudden, oh my god, Rio is the next big thing.
He's the best thing.
I told you Rio Gomoa is our Lamine Yamal, and you started to laugh.
Because he's not that. Again, I'm reactionary, you're reactionary. You just call him Lamine Yamal. My understand is I wouldn't mind us getting another attacker, but I also wouldn't be shocked if we ran Ben Doak and Ngamoa as the backup wingers this season. I
think Rio's put himself in a position where, because of his pre-season, and the fast tracking it seems like we might do, that's another reason why Liverpool aren't prioritizing getting another forward. And let's keep it a buck. If we never saw this in preseason, we're all saying get Rodrygo. Not saying listen, if we get Rodrygo, I'm not saying we shouldn't get him. I'm just saying it's not a priority anymore.
Tell you how much Rio Gomoa prop I've done.
Yeah, it's not a priority anymore. That's the thing. It's not. If Rio's so good now, it's not seen as a priority to go and get cover for the Diaz replacement, because that potentially could be him. It's more about centre back. We need a centre back because the ever-present Virgil van Dijk had a cold, flu, and had to miss a game. That's normal. That's called life. That could happen during the season. We cannot go into the season with one centre back. As things stand, we've got one centre back that's actually available. As things currently stand. Obviously, we know Virgil's just ill.
You've got
Joe Gomez, we don't even know what's going on with the minor Achilles.
No, we do.
Minor.
No, Matt, we do. Arnie Slot came out yesterday and said he's
what did he say?
He's aiming to be back for the game on Sunday.
He's fit now. He's fit.
I'm going to be honest.
It was a nothing injury.
You think it's a nothing injury?
Yeah, he's fit.
Can't start
running around.
He said there are doubt. Him and Joe Gomez and Bradley are both doubts.
Yeah, a doubt doesn't mean like they're bad.
So it's 2 weeks. He's had a knock for 2 weeks.
Bro, are we ever going to understand anything? We love Joe Gomez. Bro, Joe Gomez, that's my guy, bro. He's from my area, bro. Like, Joe Gomez even being potentially available doesn't even like make me think he couldn't get injured again. It's his Achilles, bro. There is a worry with Joe Gomez, and the season hasn't even started, bro. He hasn't even had pre-season.
He has though. He played the first 3 pre-season games. He played against Preston. He played in the behind closed doors one. And he done the first week in Hong Kong.
Behind closed doors, brother. That's like playing at the park, bro. Come on, Tom.
But he has had the preseason.
Tom,
you're lying if you said he hasn't had the preseason.
Tom, I know we all love Joe Gomez on this channel, but do we trust his availability, Tom? This is what I'm saying.
As the 4th choice centre back, I trust his availability. Yes.
You're going mad. Oh my day. You're relying on Joe Gomez.
Think the 4th choice, please,
brother? Virgil missed his first game in however long with a cold. Yeah. Canate at any given point could get a knock, and then we're going to rely on Joe Gomez.
No,
I think we're all forgetting. I think we're all forgetting about the best.
Because Gomez is the 3rd choice, bro.
We're all forgetting about the best player in the world.
Oh, here we go.
Taro Endo, man.
He was boss yesterday.
By the way, look, I think Endo as a centre-back option is absolutely fine, because what a lot of people don't realise is most of his career has been at centre-back. He has been a centre-back for most of his career.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, it don't matter where he plays. The fact that he's played centre-back means he knows how to defend. It don't matter what league he's played in. The fact that he's played there means he knows what he's doing. That's why he doesn't play. It's not like he's a number 10 going into centre back or anything like that. The furthest forward he gets is a DM in midfield. So he's got defensive acumen. You know, he knows how to defend, right? So Endo is a 5th choice centre back. I don't see the problem with it. Liverpool still need to buy a defender. I think it's what I keep saying. You got Virgil and Canate are going to be your obvious partnership, yeah. And unless they want to be rotated or injured, they're always going to play. And then you got Joe Gomez. Then you get the new defender that you want in, maybe that Palmer guy, or I don't know who you want to go for, Gay, whoever it is. And then you got Endo as 5th choice. I think that's perfectly fine.
If you want to have Endo as 5th choice, then you definitely need to start Mark Gay here then.
Yeah, like get one of these get defenders in. Like, I don't think that's a bad choice. I think Endo would. I think Endo. Like people in the chat don't realize Endo's actually a good defender.
Endo's got very good IQ. He can read the game very well.
And 5th choice is Endo 5th choice that bad?
No, what I'm saying
what else happened yesterday that's very eye-opening. For the 7th season in a row, Eden Hazard always has to keep the ball every time he's in midfield. Like every time he's in midfield and he has the ball, Hazard has to
he wasn't even bad. Just like
never release the ball. It's just that's the type of player that he is. Anyway, as I was saying, go ahead, Jamie.
No, I just look. Liverpool need to get a defender in. There's no.
We need two defenders, bro. We need two.
I don't think we need two. I don't think we need two.
The reason why I said
there's
Tom,
always
can you
things.
stop being so stubborn, Tom? Why are you so stubborn?
Jay, the reason
it doesn't
I
make
agree
sense.
with
Can I
you.
say-
If we sign Mark
It's got a different
Gahey,
point. You can
if
disagree
we
with
sign
me.
Mark Gahey, we don't need to. But if it's a youngster, then we need to. What's so hard to understand?
That's an ideal world. I do not see though.
It's not an ideal
not
world signing someone with from Greece no one heard of from Wolfsburg. Ideal my ass.
You, with Joe Gomez still at the club, we are not selling Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez is one of your 4 centre-backs that are going to play. Joe Gomez will not be relegated to 5th choice centre-back whilst he's at the football club. Therefore, you are only getting 1 centre-back this summer, unless someone comes in with an offer to buy Joe Gomez. What I see happening is Liverpool this summer get 1 centre-back, and then next summer they sell Joe Gomez and get another one. And then you have Van Dijk, Konate, centre-back 1, centre-back 2. And that there's your 4. And then at that point in time, one of the young centre-backs should be far enough along their development to be the 5th choice. Then you have the ideal setup for your 5 centre-backs. Right now, we don't have a young centre-back far enough along in his development.
Indy Bomba. There has been some intriguing talk around Newcastle United regarding Isak. One official suggested to LFC a staggering 85 million plus Darwin Núñez as part of the deal. While some within the club are hesitant about this approach, it hasn't been completely dismissed.
If Darwin goes to Newcastle and we get Isak, it's the biggest robbery.
No,
in
if
football
you're a
history.
Newcastle fan, you just want to press the reset.
If that happens,
guys,
if that happens, by the way, what do Tonali and Bruno think of this going forward?
they're gonna want to leave.
They're
How
gonna
can
be
you
what?
pass the ball to Darwin and expect him to do anything?
They're
That
gonna
would
be
the
like, nah.
biggest
I'll
scam.
tell you what.
There's
though.
one video that represents all this.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm. Wait. Everybody calm down.
If Newcastle buy Darwin Núñez,
No.
Jordan.
I'll be honest. I think this is one of
I will be
Vitaly's
the
mistaken
biggest.
tweets.
I will buy a Newcastle shirt. I will buy a Newcastle shirt with Darwin Núñez, hang it up here.
No,
with
I think he's definitely trolling.
I think that's one of his troll tweets. But let's just say, for example, Núñez. actually has
Excuse
a
me,
decent-
respect Indy Kyla.
I do respect Indy Carly, but he likes a lot.
Respect Indy, please.
I think he's on his lunch break right now.
But ultimately, Núñez actually has a
Maybe.
decent record at St James's Park. He's got 3 and 3. He averages a goal a game at St
No, I
James's
know,
Park.
I
That's why you should
That's-
go over there.
That's the only place he does well.
18
Is
and
at
18.
St James's Park. But no, just quickly, yeah, to go into like the whole centre back thing. I understand what you're saying, Tom, isn't even wrong. It's still though leaving a bit of a gamble though because of the availability of some of the defenders that we already have at the club. So the 2 defenders that I look at the most, like availability issues, are Joe Gomez and then even myself. You know, I'm his biggest fan, Konate. Konate had his best season last year and he still picked up a knock. Obviously, it wasn't his fault, but he still got a knock, right? And you just never know if Ibu could get that one knock. So Virgil really is the only one. Virgil gets a cold for the first time.
I agree with you. You need to
Yeah,
get you need to get a centre back in this window.
So
I'm
let's
not,
say you
I'm,
get
not, I'm
Mark-
not someone who's sitting there going, I'm fine with our centre. We'll go Van Dijk, Konate, and then we'll have Gomez at 3rd choice. Then Endo
Yeah.
can come in if he's. No, you need to get a centre back in who's going to be 3rd choice
I-
and put Joe Gomez to 4th choice.
I was just quickly, Jay. I was going to say though, let's say we get Mark Guehi. That's the defender that everyone mainly wants, right? Whether you want him or not, that seems like that's the guy, right? We know Guehi's availability is very, very good, so that's already a bonus there. My whole worry though is that the 4th choice centre back, which would still be Gomez, is still because Gomez's injury record is so bad. It probably means that if Gomez was ever to get injured again, you're going to see more Endo. And even though Endo can do a job there, we don't want to be doing what a lot of teams do when they're like in that survival mode where you're having to play CDMs at centre back because you want to get away from that now. Like Arsenal have got enough centre backs, City have got enough centre backs. I know some of their fullbacks can play centre back, but you get the premise. Like we don't really want to be seeing Endo at centre back. If we see Endo at centre back,
Matt,
it means
again,
we've
we're
made a
doing-
mistake somewhere, in my opinion.
we're
Even though
doing
he
this
can
thing
play
again.
there.
Endo at centre back is better than some of Arsenal's actual centre backs.
Yeah, I'd
That's
rather
the
play
thing.
with Tado Endo at centre back than Kivior, for example.
same.
But ultimately as well,
That's
Matt,
a
we're
bit
doing
much,
this thing.
man. I don't know. That's a bit much.
You're
guys.
doing the thing
No,
again
Endo-
where it's like
Endo's
we're doing
a
worst
defender.
case scenario. Gomez and Kanai are both going to be injured at the same time for an extended period. That could happen. Could. There's also the world where Kanai picked up a month-long injury and Joe Gomez, we bring Mark Gay into the lineup and Joe Gomez is fine sitting on the bench for that month. And then Kanai comes back and then Joe Gomez gets injured in training for a month. There's a world where the injuries don't line up and are catastrophic. There's also a world where Joe Gomez, because the one thing about Joe Gomez's fitness, you never actually quite know where it's going to be. But half the time he misses most of the season. The other half, he's one of the players who plays the most football. Like last season, he barely played. He started 7 games and got injured. The season before that, he made like 50. He played like 50 games in like 4 different positions.
Yeah,
so if I'm just getting a medium of that, what I'm getting, because last season Joe Gomez was available for 30 games.
I know.
He was available for 30.
And he could
if that's
be.
my 4-3 centre-back, I'm fine with that.
The thing is, he could be, but it's still. Do you get why it's a gamble though? Because it's like that sporadicness of
it is
one
a gamble.
season you're not there, and then next season you're there. Sorry, Jay, go on, bro.
It is a gamble, but I also think a lot of Liverpool fans still live in a world where we lost all our centre backs in one season. Like I'm 44 now. I've been watching football my whole life. That is the first time I've ever seen that. So, like, it's very rare that we're going to lose all our centre backs in one season. That you have to rely on 4th and 5th choices to come into your team. So that's why when you look at teams, like Arsenal have got a lot of defenders, yeah, but they only really play with 2 or 3 constantly, right? Even in rotation, even the same with Man City, it's the same 2 or 3 just in rotation. You know, you can pile them in, but getting like a 4th choice and a 5th choice and going, you know, oh, right. You all might play 7 games this season. It's very hard to get the quality of player that everyone wants in that position in that club. So that's why sometimes the 4th choice at clubs is a youth player or a player that can play a DM and a centre-back role and stuff like that. So as much as I want 2 centre-backs, I agree with everyone, we should be getting 2 centre-backs in. Look, Liverpool want to go attack heavy in this transfer market because they believe the long-term success right now is getting Isak in this summer. And when Isak is available, you can't turn that down. So Liverpool are looking at it and thinking, right, we'll get Isak in, we'll get Ekitike in, we'll get Salah new deal, Gakpo's there, we've got Rio coming through, and we've got Wirtz. We might be a defender short, but it might be the risk worth to take because we can get that defender in January or we can get 2 the following season where we've sorted out our attack. So it's a gamble, and look, no one's got a perfect squad. Everyone needs a position here and there, don't they? Where they're short sometimes. So Liverpool go a gamble, maybe, but I think they're probably looking at it thinking, look, with that attack we got, we'll probably go win more matches than anything anyway, for a lot of goals. So our defence might not be the best. It might not be better than Arsenal's, but Liverpool might outscore Arsenal, which means they'll win more games.
No, we won't might outscore Arsenal. We definitely
Sorry,
will.
guys, I've got to shoot. Apologies.
Yeah. Big up, Matt. Big up.
Love to you guys, man. Big up. Bless show again. And people, make sure you smash the like button. Come on, man. I don't know. There's like over 2,000 people in the chat right now?
Yeah, over 1,000 people in here. We're not 1,000.
Come on, man.
likes.
Smash the likes, people. Come on. Show some respect to the guys, man.
Big up,
people.
Matthew.
Big up, man.
Bless up. Enough love, guys. See you in a bit.
Matthew. Big up, Matthew.
Big up, Matt. And I think we buy a centre back. I do think we buy a centre back. I just don't know who.
Here's the thing that I want to say. Look, here's my argument. If the centre back signing is Mark Gahey, I agree. You can keep Gomez as 4th choice and shit, no problem. Because Mark Gahey is experienced. He's a captain. He's a leader. He has Premier League experience. He's versatile. He's good on the ball. He literally has everything that you need in a centre back. The problem is, you can't sign Georges, whatever the hell his name is, from Wolfsburg, and tell me that's the 3rd choice centre back. That's the problem for me. That's why we need, if you're gonna sign youngster centre backs, you're gonna have to sign 2. If you want to sign Mark Gahey, he's enough by himself because of his experience, because of what he brings to the table. And that's just been my consistent logic from the beginning. I actually said signing Mark Gahey might be just as important as signing an Isak or a Wirtz. Because he just makes your team so much more complete.
I actually think Liverpool buy Mark Gahey, he's your Virgil replacement in 2 years. Because you've got to look at the qualities that Mark Gahey has. Not equal to Virgil's. Virgil's like a unicorn as a centre back. There's no one out there you can get to replace Virgil. But I think Mark Gay, with his calmness at the back, his leadership, he's been a captain on the pitch and stuff like that. And his pass is he's on the ball. He's very good on the ball. He's very good on the ball. So a bit like Virgil. So yeah, it could be the Virgil replacement in a couple of years. It's never going to be like impressive, but because who Virgil is, but who's out there to replace Virgil? Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, you can't replace Virgil like for like.
No. So maybe Mark Gay's that guy. Maybe that's why Liverpool are looking at him so hard, like telling him, look, yeah, your game time might not be as much as it was at Crystal Palace because they're Crystal Palace. Where Liverpool there's a difference here. But if you want to play big time, maybe you can take Virgil's replacement in 2 years. But at the same time, while you're here, you can try and push Konate out of the team. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I'd set it up for him.
Thomas, why are you quiet?
You just need to get a centre back in. You only need to get one in, but you just need to get a centre back in who is of decent quality. I'm not fully on board with the idea that you need to buy 2 young centre backs because I think that's counterintuitive. Because one's inevitably going to be cock blocked from developing because the one of them's only ever going to play. So even if you get, ideally it's Mark Gahey, but you can get away with it being thingy, like a Leone or a Constance Helios or whatever his name is from Wolfsburg. It's a bit more of a gamble, but you can still manage it just fine. I do think that the ball's in our court with Gahey. I think we're in a situation where we're going to wait as long as we can this window, and if we get him, it'll be on our terms. It'll be for the reduced fee. If not, we'll just wait and get him for free.
Yeah, I think
and then I think that's the way we're looking at this situation. I'm not. I know we're going to get a centre back in, so I'm not stressed out about it yet. And if the option, I'm seeing some of the names. I'm not panicking about any of the names being mentioned, so I'm not stressed out about it yet. To be honest, I haven't really given much thought to the centre back thing. I think our top target's Gahey, and we can pivot late on. My whole thing has just been about this Isak situation and seeing the whole thing yet. I haven't thought about any other position. I've spent the last week and a half, Sam. I spent the last week and a half stressing
Man
out
said, get
Newcastle's
me
transfers.
Isak and I'll think about the rest later.
Yeah,
that's what I'm like a bit.
I've spent the last week and a half stressing out about Newcastle's striker.
I was obviously we've been watching pre-season, and I don't know about you guys, but Mo Salah still looks like the best player in the world for me.
What did I tell you, Tom? Sit on the floor. What did I tell you?
His
About
vision, Mo Salah's vision and passing is just. I don't think he's getting enough credit how creative he is now. And could you imagine with Isak getting on the end of them balls in the box? It's just. And by the way, I thought Ekitike was very good yesterday as well.
Yes.
What I like about Ekitike, man, he seems like an intelligent footballer.
Thank you, JB. Football fundamentals.
He's got a good first touch. His pace is actually very good. I didn't realise how quick he was over the ground. That goal he set up for Mo was excellent. Drifting over to them wide areas.
If Nunes attempted that pass, he'd break a hamstring.
And what I liked as well, notice yesterday how Cody and Ekitike were swapping positions quite a lot as well, keeping fullbacks on their toes, keeping defenders on their toes. And Wirtz, I noticed sometimes when Ekitike, if Ekitike went into the middle, Wirtz drifted over to the left a little bit with Gakpo. And that made Salah, that freed up. Did you notice how much Salah was freed up yesterday playing like that? And I tell you what, and the pace we played at yesterday, scary. We are far more quicker this year than we were last season with the players.
Have you noticed something important
yesterday was just
actually stays on side.
I know. It's nice how a striker stays on side. Yesterday just showed me, though, that I've got no concerns. You know the whole thing about how can you fit Ekitike and Isak? I've got no concerns about that. Yesterday showed me if you put 4 smart footballers in the attack, they'll figure it out. They know basically what they've got to do. Salah gets the entirety of the right free, so he can do what he wants to do. And the other 3 will drift all over to the left and form a nice little triangle where they can all rotate and play off each other. And then the right back gets to either run inside or overlap. And Salah, again, what we done last season, which worked to such a very good level, we're doing again, where it's give the ball to Salah.
What did I tell you verbatim, Tom? I said that this is the KD Warriors, but it's still Steph's team. And it's the same.
I never disagree with that.
Once again, This is, by the way, this is still Mo's team. Like they're still trying to find him on the pitch. They're still giving him the ball. They're still allowing him to create, allowing him to do everything. Like the pass that he played for Cody Gakpo.
Yeah,
Which wingers in the league can make that pass on a consistent level other than
which footballers?
He's the best player in the world right now. He's the best player in the world right now.
He should win Ballon d'Or. That's why big up to Costas Tsimikas and Curtis Jones can fuck off. Anyway, let's read the
big up Costas.
Curtis can fuck off. Curtis, I can't wait for him to move to
Did he pick Bobby over Mo as well?
Yeah, he picked Bobby
as a Liverpool legend. As a Liverpool legend.
Yeah.
I love Bobby. We all do, but you know. But
yeah, we all know Curtis is a nobody, and no one will remember him 5 years from now. Big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Let me just grab these supers before we wrap up. We're literally just 20 likes away from 1,000 likes, and we're also 20 subs away from 57.2k. Let's do both, guys. Everyone hit the like button. Everyone subscribe right now. So, big up to Leon. Here you go, Tom. Would you like to read this and respond to it?
We all know he's not good enough, for fuck's sake. It's the actual hate for a player while still an LFC player. What's embarrassing? We sound like Arsenal fans. So what? I'm supposed to sit here and blindly go, "Yay, Darwin Núñez! Yay! Well done! Well done! Well done on scoring in pre-season! Yay! Let's give him one more year! Yay!" No, I'm not a fucking idiot. I'll sit there and say how it is. He's not good enough. If you think me saying he's not good enough is hate, fuck me, you've never known hate. At the end of the day, he's not good enough, and I want him to move on because I'm a fan of Liverpool Football Club, and for Liverpool Football Club, it's best if he's not part of the club. That's the fact of the matter. I'm not a Núñez fan. I'm not a Van Dijk fan. I'm not a Salah fan. I'm not any individual player fan. At the end of the day, I am a Liverpool fan.
You are a Salah fan. I can't lie to you.
I am a Salah fan, but I'm a Liverpool fan first and foremost. So if I'm seeing a player who isn't good enough for my football club and is at times detrimental to my football club, I'm not going to want my football club to play him. If you think that's hate, then fuck me, you've got no backbone.
Big up to Angie. Big up to you, Lady Anfield. Lynch has said that it wasn't Isak's agent that Man United have just put in for a bid for Sesko. Love you guys, you'll never walk alone. Here's the thing, Angie. Look, Sesko going to Newcastle doesn't make it 100%, like, oh my God, Isak is staying. That's just not how it goes. We need, like, to understand something. Isak is coming to Liverpool, and we need to keep calm and we need to relax. The only thing is with the Sesko situation is it just makes our life a little bit easier and a little bit quicker. You get me? That's all. That's all. You get me? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Big up to my guy Ty, who says Rodrygo is overrated. Even his YouTube videos are mid. Brother, we have the English Lamine Yamal, known by the name of Rio Gomoa. Fuck what Tom Little said all summer long, talking about he's fucking 16. The goal that he scored yesterday, I'll be honest with you, that's a better goal than any goal Cody Gakpo scored in a Liverpool shirt.
Yeah. Also, that little header.
Oh, what?
Hang on. Do you know what I like more in the goal that Rio scored yesterday? That little header to Darwin for his goal. I thought that was fantastic. That header for Darwin.
What are you on about, Hisham? It's not better than any of Gakpo's goals. It's not the best goal. What about Gakpo last season at Brighton away?
Yeah, never knew.
The goal that Rio scored is still better than Brighton away. Bro, you want to know something, Tom? I'm so sick and tired of you disrespecting Lionel Messi. I'm so tired of you. This is like, you see, Tom.
Whoa. What did you just say? Call him. What did you say?
Yeah, Lionel Messi. I said it.
Guess what?
Let me. No. You listen here and you get
Rio and
Messi.
Tom,
wait. Me and Jamie, because we're older than you, we watched Lionel Messi when he used to wear number 30. You don't even know about number 30 Messi. That's what watching Rio Gomoa right now is like. It's like watching number 30 Messi. He played against Liverpool, number 30 Messi, when Bellamy and John Arthur scored.
He did, man.
Like, he played against us. Bro, it's the same thing. You need to start respecting Rio Gomoa, mate. That goal is
I do respect him. I'm just not putting a 16-year-old on this pedestal.
what pedestal? That he's our Lamine Yamal.
Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't. Lamine Yamal has 6 La Liga goals. Rio Gomo has scored 3 goals in preseason already. I bet you if Rio Gomoa started 38 Premier League games, he'd score more than 6 goals. We can definitely agree on that. He's actually better than Lamine Yamal. Big up to Faris, who says, at this point, Newcastle United couldn't attract Bonnie Blue. I don't know who's Bonnie Blue. But,
you don't need to know. Don't worry about it. You don't need to know.
I can already tell now.
Yeah, you don't need to know.
I can already tell the type of person.
Yeah.
Faris, what are you doing, mate? No DM for centre back. Have we learned nothing from 2020-2021?
We have because guess what? In 2020, 2021, we only had 3 centre backs, so we've improved this time. We've got 1 extra.
What is this no DM thing about as well? Are we still going to pretend that our manager doesn't see Ryan Gravenberch as a defensive midfielder? It's the way he plays. By the way,
Lautaro window.
Yeah, and by the way, that's what he sees Trainioni as well.
Oh yeah, he sees Naoni as another Gravenberch side.
Yeah,
Naoni need to put on some weight though. He need to start.
Yeah, he's a bit slim, man. He's a bit slim.
I need to put him on the Hussam program. He gets me just gain like Naoni need minimum another 5 kilograms, bro. Like you ate, like he is just so thin. Like you need 5 kilograms, mate. You need 5 kilograms of muscle. You get me protein shakes, chicken breasts, white rice. Let's go. Tom is the Curtis Jones of the Don Hussam channel. No, don't ever disrespect Tom Little like that. Tom is like the Roberto Firmino, I'd say, of this channel. He's definitely not the Curtis Jones.
But that's probably one of the nicer things you've ever said about me.
Yeah, no, because I can't have you disrespected like this. I can't have you disrespected like this. Curtis Jones of the channel is probably maybe like Callum, you know, because he wanted to get us on Kopesh 3 months in advance. He wanted us to say that we're free.
No. He wanted you on a call-in show, remember?
Yeah, he wanted me with Uncle Albert. Big up to you, he says.
He wanted you on with a 5-minute timer. Once your 5 minutes was up, you'd have to go and make
with a 5-minute timer. By the way, after Hussam, Uncle Albert. You get me? You get me? That's just.
Jamie, are you gonna be in the new intro that they've promised for about 3 months themselves and delivered?
I better be. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm like the unofficial 4th member.
Because like they run out of time for this intro to happen.
I know some stuff.
Nunes should live for his own mental health, is what Yushi's saying. Hey, we're cooking, Yushi. We're cooking. Max Damon is still English, by the way. Sit on the floor. Okay, what does
Damon's good. Again, like this is Arsenal fans, yeah. We can't big up our own young talent without Arsenal fans having to come in and go, oh, we got one as well. No one's disrespected Dalman. Dalman's a quality footballer as well. He's a good little footballer, man. Arsenal fans are so... I don't get them, man.
Don't worry, Arsenal fans, your Honda's safe.
You know, they're just like...
By the way, this is a Liverpool show. All we did is just big up a Liverpool Academy product. That's it. You know, we just said big up Rodrygo Moa. That's all we said.
Look, Dalman's going to get Arteta'd, so don't worry about that.
Also, yeah, exactly. And Dalman's going to get Arteta'd. I was about to say, you know, Mikel Arteta's going to have Max Dalman doing right back shifts the way that he's defending, while Slot is like, you get me. Rodrygo Moa, go ahead, cook, Habibi. Stay.
I mean, we say that, but Arnie Slot did play trade out and eat the centre back yesterday. Well, that's by the by. At the end of the day, the part that gets me is why the fuck would I know who Max Dalman is? I don't watch Arsenal preseason games. I know Arsenal fans watch our preseason games for some reason, but I don't sit there and go, oh, I can't wait to watch Arsenal versus Newcastle in preseason. I don't watch it, so I don't actually know who you're on about.
He's a good little player, though, Tom, to be fair.
Yeah, good player. He's a good dribbler. You got me the next Luis Diaz. Big up to Darsh Patel, who says, fucking hell, seeing my right back sprint back to defend and not be ruined by a pacey winger was great. This attack will give more space, which means more broken records.
Oh, bro.
I mean, I really enjoyed it yesterday.
When was playing yesterday. I'm not even talking about the pass to Gakpo. I'm talking about like him linking up with Frimpong. I'm like, oh, this is going to be this is going to be longer for that.
See how quick Frimpong is, though? Because Mo knew he was there. Mo could play the
Mo just played the pass.
Frimpong's going to be there.
Did you see the moment, though, where the ball got played out wide to Nico Williams and Konate sort of goes over and he looks to his left and Frimpong's already there tracking back. He sort of goes, what the fuck do I do now? I can go back.
Is that the moment is at the moment when Williams got the ball because he's quick. He got the ball and he looked up and he wanted to cross it or run into the box, but Frimpong's already in front of him because he's made that run back because of his recovery pace.
And Canate was going out to close him and then realised, oh shit, I can actually go back and play centre back now, which was a pleasant change for him. So at the end of the day, it's going to work out. You know, the idea that we bought a £30 million right back who can't defend isn't true.
Yeah,
he's actually
yesterday, man. Kirkhead as well yesterday was excellent.
I can't lie to you. I really look forward to the season. I hope we lose the Community Shield though, because I do feel like
the hoodoo.
No, I really, you want to know? Like, I actually checked.
Sam,
you know the last side. Wait. The last side that actually won the Community Shield and went on to win the league was City in 2018. You know how long ago that was? We're about to be in 25-26, guys.
But then I can't be losing a Crystal Palace in the. You know what I mean?
So Sam, are you going to be sitting there in your watch along?
Wait. Which year did we win the Community Shield? The year where we finished 5th, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
But Sam, are you going to sit there? Are you generally going to sit there during the watch along and go, "Come on, Palace! Come on, Palace!" You're going to be singing all the Palace songs and everything. When we score a goal, it's like,
no, I'm not going to go on Palace. Like, of course, I want us to win every game, but I just hate the Community Shield. Bad luck, bro.
It's not the end of the world if we lose.
At the end of the day, someone's got.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's not the end of the world if we lose.
You do know everyone's going to make something out of it if we do lose, though, don't you? Oh, they're not ready. Look, I'm leopard in the tree all season, man. I'm going to tell people right now because the way everyone's talking about Liverpool. Have you seen some AFTV when they're saying, "Oh, Liverpool going to finish 4th and Salah's finished, and
fourth, they might
Virgil's done." So if that's the case, Sam, we're massive underdogs, then, ain't we?
Oh yeah, leopard on the
massive
tree all year long. Let's go.
Underdogs.
Run it back, leopard in the tree season 2.
If you do leopard in the tree again, I don't know how many heads are gonna fucking fall off.
Tom, I want you want to know something, Tom? As you're waiting for the bomba, I want you to go National Geographic right now. Search on YouTube National Geographic leopards documentary. You will understand that the leopard is actually the most efficient hunter in the jungle.
They take the kill up
because the kill. This is what leopards do. A leopard will hunt a gazelle and then take it up the tree. So now lions, hyenas, cheetahs, no one has access to the food. That's the point. So when we take the Premier League up the tree, you fraud. It means the others don't have access to it. So it's not an underdog game.
But that wasn't what you meant leopard in the tree last season. You meant leopard in the tree is everyone else is going to fight each other and then we're just going to come in at the end. No one expects us and then sweep up everything.
Yeah, but now the leopard has the trophy in the tree anyway, so just eating.
You can't keep using leopard in the tree for different analogies.
Yeah, leopard in the tree. You got me? The only danger would be the tiger, but they don't exist in the Kalahari. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, we can wrap up the stream here. 1,000 likes has been hit. Thank you guys so much. We're 5 subscribers away from 57.2k as well. I'm sure we'll hit it with people watching on the replay and stuff. So like, subscribe as well on your way out. And we'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. inshallah for the A-listers. We're going to be redirected to the Football Terrace. And also, Jamie Phillips Football Chats is in the description. Go give him a subscribe right now. Tom Little with a 1 on YouTube, Insta, Twitter, the works. Sanderson Show, it's his birthday. He turned 52 today. Big up Callum, happy birthday to him. Matt, 1 show in the description and Copish in the description. Go subscribe to all the channels. Love you all, and I'm going to see you guys back at the 8, mate. Peace out.